1,000 Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. This your girl Nelly Nell. And this your girl Nay. What do, boo? That's right. I have some Cabernet that I'm sipping on. What are you drinking?
Moscato.
The usual.
Yeah, the usual. Barefoot.
Okay, let's just get right into it since we have to make this a quick episode. Weekend review. So you talk about your weekend and I try to go through mine really quickly because I had a little time.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make this quick because I don't think I did much. But Sunday after church, Danielle came over, her and the kids, and we got in the pool and we barbecued.
I was jealous when you sent me those pictures because I'm like, A, what is she doing down there? I didn't know she was coming. And B, why I'm not there.
She came because I think Herbert's grandma had something. So they stopped by because they hadn't came to Janae's party. So that was their they're coming by for that. So yeah, we did that Sunday pool barbecue. Monday was Amos' birthday. So
happy birthday, Amos.
He turned the big 21. So Joe Doley and a few of Joe's friends decided to take him to the strip club for the first time.
Of course.
The first time. And before they left, we all took 3 shots back to back. Yeah.
Okay, of what? Tequila?
I had 1800. Okay. They was drinking brown. I don't know what they was drinking.
Can't do that.
But yeah, and Joe sent me a video. I guess they paid for Amos to get a lap dance. It was so funny. I'll send it to you.
Please do. That's funny. So my weekend, of course, I went with Kim to New Orleans for the FSU game. Landed Thursday night at like 8 something. But within an hour and a half, we was on Bourbon Street getting drunk.
Oh my God.
Took shots in the street because you didn't go to New Orleans that time when we went. Well, so long story short, Bourbon Street is like a strip of bars and they're all free to get in. They playing all different kind of music. It's a hip hop, one country, whatever. But some of the bars have they pretty bartenders go out to the street with like shots and you can take shots on the street or whatever. And you can buy a drink and walk that street with drinking like you won't get in trouble or anything like that. So I sent you the video. I got to send you the video where Kim took her shot because she did her shot first and then I did mine, but they were double.
You posted both of them.
Oh, I sent both. Okay, they were double shots or whatever. It tasted good. But that next morning I couldn't get up. Because we had more drinks after that. That wasn't the only drink. So Friday morning, we went to breakfast, but I couldn't eat. I couldn't do nothing because I had to throw up.
Was y'all like that last morning? Oh, okay.
It wasn't that bad.
Because you and Diane didn't eat breakfast. Y'all was at the breakfast table with y'all heads down.
Because we needed rest and I needed to poop it out. I told you I don't get hangovers. I just either need to poop or throw it up. And that Friday morning I did poop, but I didn't poop it all out. So my stomach was messing with me at breakfast. So I didn't even eat breakfast. I took a to-go plate or whatever. Took a long nap. But then that Friday night we went out again to Bourbon Street. That ain't stopped me. And then, but yeah, so we had fun. Saturday, we went to the day party, the Black and FSU and LSU day party, which is where we saw Todd and
the Black alumni. It was both Black alumni from both
Black
schools?
Alumni, yeah, from both schools. So that's where we saw Todd, LeBron. We saw LeBron. We saw this other guy, and I took a picture with him, and he kept saying we had history and stuff. And when he come to New York, he gonna hit me up. And in my head, and I kept asking Kim, who is he? She kept saying his name is TC, and it still didn't ring a bell. I remember his face,
TC,
but not. I remember that guy's
name,
face,
TC, but not that guy.
Yeah.
Also, did he meet y'all had history class? The way he was talking about, we had some other kind of history, but I've known everybody I had history with, and he ain't one of them. I can tell you that he either think I'm somebody else or got me confused. But I do remember his face though. I do remember his face. I just can't remember his name. She kept saying TC, but he bought us a drink and I took that drink.
Okay.
And I met these other two guys from LSU. But yeah, the party was cool. Then that night we went to the French something street, which was more grown up than Bourbon. Then we ended up on Bourbon Street, of course. It's you have to go there one day. But anyway, the FSU game, I don't know if everybody saw it, but we won at the last minute. We were winning the entire game, and then let LSU come back. And then so we all like, oh God, we got to go into overtime. But when they blocked that extra point, the stadium erupted. It was literally 50% Florida State fans, 50% LSU. Like we made that trip up there. We made that trip. The game was one of the best college games that I've seen in a long time, because I don't watch college football. I always just watch the championship, and maybe like when FSU play UM or something like that. Yeah. But that was the best college game that I've watched in a long time, and I'm happy I watched it from beginning to end. And I was shocked. I knew Ashley was gonna watch it, but I was shocked when I was looking in the group and you and Herbert was watching it. I was like, okay, Herbert, they were still here. Y'all watched it together. Yeah, it was so good. We were so scared, Nay, because I'm like, they got the momentum. They got the momentum. But yeah, when they got that touchdown, I could have fainted. Me too. Like, and I like the wind just got sucked out of me. And I was like, this is not fair. This ain't fair. But when we blocked that kid and they ran on the field like they wanted the Super Bowl, that's the best feeling in the world. Anyway, my upcoming weekend plans, because I decided to sit my butt down to Thanksgiving now just to save up some money and not to be outside. Wait, tell them about your flight, your returning flight. Yeah. So Monday, 24-hour flight. So Monday, I had a flight at 7 a.m. in the morning, and I booked it that early because usually morning flights are not delayed. So I woke up and I got the text message that it was delayed to 1 p.m. But I went there anyway because I'm like, maybe I can jump on another flight that comes before 1. So they said no because everything was booked and whatever. So at first it was delayed to 1, then it was delayed to 2, then it was delayed to 3, then it was delayed to 5, and then 8, and then they pushed it up to 7:40. But long story short, it was a maintenance issue. And they had to wait for a part to fly in from Detroit. Then they said once the part get there at 3, it was going to take them 2 hours to put it on. And then if the part works, then we can go. But if not, I guess we were going to get canceled. And then they talking about, oh, the part is here and they working on it. But the part got to get clearance from the air control or something. And they ain't going to get clearance to Tuesday because today is a holiday. So we was just like, just cancel the flight and give us flights for tomorrow. Because at this point, I've been at the thing till 5 a.m. But we ended up getting on another plane, another flight crew from New York, thank God, came from JFK to come get us pretty much. And then took us back to LGA. But I was in that airport for over 12 hours. So I took Tuesday off. I had messaged Gabrielle and I said, I'm not coming to work tomorrow. Because I've been in here for 12 plus hours and I'm exhausted. And I was exhausted because yesterday I literally slept the whole day, in and out of sleep all day. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to keep my butt inside to Thanksgiving. But this weekend, I do have Saturday night plans for Alex's birthday. We get going to dinner for her birthday. So that's all my weekend plans. What about you? Probably just get some homework done. But I think next weekend, I'm taking out these plaits. And I'm going to get a silk press. Now, I've never gotten a silk press, right? Okay. But I haven't so this is going to be the first time, but I haven't gotten a perm in like 5-6 months. Okay. So I was like, let me see how this turns out and see if I could just get silk presses every couple months rather than a perm. I say you can. You can. And that's funny because Monday when I was in and out of sleep, or was it Tuesday, yesterday when I was in and out of sleep, the girl who do my silk presses texted me and was like, I haven't heard from you in a while. You haven't booked an appointment in a while, just seeing how things are going. And I was like, oh, I got braids right now, but I was going to book an appointment after I take these braids out. So I'm going to get a silk press at the end of September too.
That'd be funny.
Do it be coming out like really, really silky?
Yes, like a perm. It just don't last as long as a perm, but yes, it do. It come out. It looks like you got a perm, but don't go on the water with it. You can go on the water with a perm.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into some weekly sports updates. So the Cavaliers have acquired Donovan Mitchell from the Jazz. The CFP board of managers decided on a 12-team college football playoffs. So now that college is going to have playoffs, 12 teams, and that's expected to start in 2026. LSU, as we just told y'all about, they marched 99 yards but missed the extra point as FSU beat them. Francis Tiafoe upsets Rafael Nadal in the U.S. Open in the 4th round. Serena Williams also lost, and I think that's her last match. Larsa Pippen was spotted with Michael Jordan's son. They say they're not dating, but rumors swirl, whatever. The J. Cole is on the cover of NBA 2K's Dream Something edition. He's the first non-NBA player on that cover, so kudos to J. Cole. And the water has been restored to all of Jackson's residents 1 week after the system failed. So good job, Jackson. They got their water back. Okay, I think they beat FAMU this weekend. Did Edwina say
they demolished them? Are you serious?
I don't know.
I don't think FAM got more than 3 points, but I heard the band won. I heard FAMU band won.
Oh, okay. Let's get into our first story. Our first story is about Tom Brady's family situation. So, and you even sent me an article. You even sent me an article about this. Is he headed towards a divorce or a separation? So he was quoted saying, "I am 45 years old, man. There's a lot of ish going on. You can't stop your life even though sports is happening. Even though I'm playing in my 23rd year, I have a freshman in high school that plays football too. I have a 12-year-old that is going through his life, and I have a 9-year-old that's going through her life." So allegedly his wife is unhappy that he decided to unretire and has left the compound for a trip to
compound.
That's what I was going to say. Now you live in a compound, you mad, you go to the guest house. You don't leave the compound, okay, ma'am? But supposedly she's on a trip to Costa Rica.
So she needed space.
What are your thoughts on this? And when is it time for you to focus on your kids? Like he don't need the money. So what's going on? Why can't he just focus on his kids? You think he'll want to be around his kids and his wife that often? And is this divorceable?
First of all, she needed some space because she always home with the kids. And now she probably thought that she was going to get somewhat of a break or at least some more help from him in that area. But and now he said, psych, I'm going back. I was just kidding. April Fools. Like, what are you doing? So she probably took a trip just to get a break and a little breather. But I don't know what it is. I think Tom is still good, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like, come on, bro. Like
he put in his own needs and wants before his family at this point.
Yeah,
they gave you how many ever years? You can't get them their time now? Like, come on. If I had kids, I would want to be around my kids, especially if I could be around them because I didn't need to work. That's how many people can't be around their kids because they have to work? And you got this privilege and you act like you don't want to be around your kids? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I wish I could sit down and be more around them, but I think I do. For me being as busy as I am, I think I do a good job. But yeah, he ain't with it. He is not with it. Some guys don't even be in their kids' life, even though they're there. They just don't want to actually raise the kids. They don't want nothing to do with them.
That's crazy to me. The girl on Housewives where her husband needed a break, so he went to Tampa for a few days. How you can't take a break when you have a family, when you have kids,
and there's no PTO or sick days or half a days. It just doesn't exist. Like, I remember I was watching Divorce Court one time, and it was this lady who was really, really into her career, and also she was into like this fitness, like she would do mud runs and stuff on the weekends, and her job was also very involved, and her husband was a stay-at-home dad, which he liked that gig. He wasn't complaining about it at all. He was just saying he wanted his wife to like come to their games and root for them and stuff. Like I said, on the weekend she would do mud runs and stuff. And she told the judge, she was like, but judge, I didn't sign up to sit at their games and watch them do this and all this and that. And then Judge Lynn told her, said, when you have the best one ever. She said, when you have kids, that's what it is. You did sign up for that, ma'am. What do you mean you didn't sign up for that? I couldn't believe she actually said it, but at least she admitted it. That's terrible. That's terrible for a mom to say that, because you would think that a mom would couldn't be without her kids, and that's insane. But Tom Brady need to do something, because. And I think this is divorceable, because it's like they probably had like a deal, like a 5-year, 10-year plan. And maybe at the end of 10 years, he was supposed to retire, and then they do more family stuff. So she maybe could get a break, or maybe start modeling again, because she still look good. Mm-hmm. So it's like he broke the deal. He only think about himself, and that's not fair. It's not fair. So that is divorceable or therapyable. We would need to go talk to somebody, because that's not right. It's not right, and I don't agree at all. But enough of that. He need to stay home. He need to stay home. He don't need the money. He don't need the notoriety. Like, okay, right now they live in Tampa. Maybe he can move the family to LA and he could be a broadcaster or something. Those hours are not as hectic as actual football. And then what if he go in this year and he breaks something? I told you he gonna die on the field, because he gonna want to be there till he 80. Now Aaron Rodgers can do that because he ain't got no kids that I know of. So he can do that. You can't do that, Tom. You need to be home. It's time to be home. That's not fair. It's really not fair to the lady, especially if she sacrificed her career to have these kids, and you doing your. That's what, girl. Don't sacrifice anything. If they want a kid, you need some kind of assurance that they gonna be there. All right. That's enough with Tom. So let's get on to our next topic. Another football player, Cam Newton, and his money woes. So I saw this article like maybe 2 days ago. So his ex-girlfriend, which is also the mother of his 4 children, claims that he hasn't followed their temporary agreement to cover her utility bills, amounting to over $20,000 amid their custody battle, right? Why did he got to pay her utility bills? The children lives with her. What are you talking about? No. He not supposed to take care of his kids? First of all, if she can't pay her utility bill, then bring my children with me. Let my children live with me. But second of all, I don't even know why mom would give her kids up. The mom that can't pay for their utilities. But I don't know why people, if I don't know their agreement or whatever, but obviously he has to pay her a certain amount of money probably for the kids. They were never married, so she ain't getting alimony. You need to, if you hurting so bad on your utilities, use some of that child support. You tell your children stay there with you, use some of that money to go to it. Why now you want him to pay extra? If you let me finish the story, I can. Are you done with your rant? Go ahead. Okay. So she has asked the court to find him in contempt of court. She told the court Cam hasn't produced all the records in her custody case and failed to pay utilities for her home as he agreed to do so. She says that she can't prepare for trial until he hands over certain documents, but he is dragging his feet. Her forensic expert found that Cam had 2 new entities that he failed to inform her about. He currently pays her over $14,000 a month in support to cover and covers various bills. So right now they are fighting over permanent child support and a custody agreement. She also wants him to pay her $2,000 to cover her legal bills for having to drag him to court. He's still not crazy on the NFL team. So what are your thoughts? Should he be playing? Should this even be playing out in court? Should his current girlfriend, the one we talked about months ago, be on guard regarding having a kid with him? And do you think a kid will pick him up?
Or a team would pick him up, I mean. Go ahead.
First of all, if he was ordered to pay the $14,000 a month, she need to include that. If her utilities amount wasn't included in that, that's her fault.
I think the utility amount is included. She's saying because
he hasn't paid it.
He hasn't paid it since September 2020. So from September 2020 to July 2022, she said it amounted up, like the cable bill, the internet, and the utility bills amounted up to over $21,000.
First of all, I work at a family law office, and not now case that we deal not now case that we dealing with child support, alimony, spousal support, and all this stuff includes utilities. Like, what kind of arrangement was this? She must have had a really good lawyer.
Well, this was temporary. This, I guess, temporarily until they figure everything out in court.
There's no way I'm covering your household bills.
Nay, his 4 kids live there. Why you
bring it with me?
No,
because I'm not paying my bills at my house and your bills at your house. If you can't afford the bills at your house,
First of all, he provided her with a lifestyle that she needs to continue to be with them kids.
Well, she should have got married then, and that way
you can't force a man to marry you.
Anyway, if you can't pay your bills at your house until you get back on your feet, let me have my kids.
No,
I can't be paying I can't afford it. Can't pay for her house. He
can afford it. She probably wasn't working when she was with him. He can afford it. He shouldn't have had 4 kids. You should be putting this on him. And she probably have downgraded since then, but them her bills.
That's BS.
You want her to live in a shack while he over there living like a king, and he made these 4 kids too?
No. But he shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to pay her bills.
So that's to me. That's you saying he should have to take care of his kids.
He should pay child support. He don't need. Why he paying her? Why he got to pay her cable and her light bill?
Because the kids live there.
That's what child support is for. If that's what you want to use your child support money for, then okay.
I don't think that he's been paying anything.
Well, that's why you got to be careful about who you procreate with.
That's what I always say, but you can't be careful because people be lying. Guys are liars. Like, that's what it is. And did I send you? Yeah, I saw you. I sent you the text message, you and Edwina, where the girl asked, you said with your baby mama. He said no, and then she said I'm finna ask her. And then he said we together, but why? Why are you lying? Like, it's so easy to tell the truth because it's so easy to find your person. It's 2022. You can find somebody that want the same things you want. I think I've said this a million times. If you want to be a throuple, if you want a unicorn, if you want an open relationship, if you want to be a swinger, you can find these people. Don't try to make somebody what they're not. Okay?
They want that, but they don't want it with the actual. They probably don't want it forever. So they have their forever. And then they want to go dip and dab because it's not forever.
It's crazy, but if I was his current girlfriend, if she's still with him, I don't know. I can't be with a man that's not taking care of his kids. I'm sorry.
She don't care because she ain't worried about that. She just worried about it.
That's unattractive to me. I'm sorry. That was very out of sight, out of mind. I don't like it.
Guys are like that. They really are. I promise. They are.
But yeah, in all her claims, and remind you, this is just her side. We haven't heard anything from Cam Newton yet. But it seemed like because they're fighting over child support and over custody. So this was like a little temporary thing, and he hasn't even been paying that. But my thing is he seeing the kids also? Because these are 4 kids. How you have 4 kids and didn't leave? But he did on the podcast, he did say he didn't marry her because he knew he wasn't ready to be a husband, or he couldn't be the husband that she needed. Something like that. He tried to pretty it up. You didn't marry her because you wanted to be single. Just say that. Stop making babies if y'all want to be single. Stop marrying people if y'all want to be single.
Oh my God. I need to move.
They in it for the
Like
optics.
out the country.
They in it for the optics. Remember what we just heard about somebody that just got married? That's they in it for the optics.
It's just, and it's sad. It really be sad that all these people be. That's also why I hate when people put relationship goals on these celebrities or even regular people pictures. You don't know what's going on behind the doors. Like when I was watching the last episode of Black Love, one of the couples was saying that. He was like, we can put all the pretty pictures and posts on our Instagram all day, but we would be going home cussing each other out. Like, y'all don't hear about that though. Then he was like, I would rather be real and stuff. And that was a real couple that I liked them too. That was the one that was, I think, friends with benefits for a while. And then she basically gave him not an ultimatum, but basically was like, what we doing? Like, cause I'm not about to do this no more. Mm-hmm. And then when you put their feet to the fire, they got to make a choice. But anyway, hopefully, Cam Newton step up, because if he's not paying these bills and his kids staying under that house, he's a dead. That's what you call a deadbeat. And if he's not seeing the kids, I don't know if he's not seeing them. So that's just me. Also, but if he's not seeing them, he's a deadbeat.
Also, you
say how you be a rich deadbeat? Go ahead.
Also, you said a team hasn't picked him up yet, so can he even afford that? Because that adds up.
That's also what I was thinking. Like, can he even afford like his bills and then one over their house? But he should have Martin told us a long time ago, it's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper. And I didn't get that at first because we were kids. And I believe years later, somebody explained it to us and we was like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's also why he never married her. He talking about he wasn't ready to be no husband. No, you knew you weren't gonna be with her forever, and you won't have to pay alimony. We gonna have four kids with somebody and leave? Like, you were set, you were done. Why you back in the dating pool, sir? Nobody wants you. Your stats not good anymore. Like your personal stats. I wouldn't date a guy with 4 kids, even if it's just the one baby mama. That's too many kids. No. Anyway, speaking of football, I want to get your prediction on a couple of the good games that's coming up this weekend.
Okay.
So it starts tomorrow with the Bills and the Rams. That was a very hard choice. Sorry. That was a very hard choice for me for the pick'em. Like most of these games I'm gonna name was very hard for me. So I kept the Bills and the Rams to last. You say Rams because they just won and they got Cooper Kupp?
I say Rams because they're one of my teams. I have 3 teams that I don't go against, and it's the Rams, Green Bay, and Tampa Bay. But also it was Bills every year they win their first 4 games, so I won't be surprised if they win.
Yeah, I'm going. I think I picked the Bills. Okay, the next one is the Steelers and the Bengals. I think I picked the Bengals because they're home.
I picked the Bengals because they're home. Mm-hmm. It's always a good divisional game.
Yeah, the next one is the Browns and Carolina, but I only picked the Browns and Carolina because that's what's the quarterback name? Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is on Carolina now, is he? Yeah, he's on Carolina. But did I pick? See,
I picked Carolina because
I think I picked Carolina too, but I wanted to pick the team without Baker, and I totally forgot. Let me see. Yeah, I picked Carolina. I meant to pick Cleveland. My bad. My pick's already in. The Chiefs in the Cardinals.
Who did I pick? Hold on. I don't remember seeing that game. The Chiefs and the Cardinals on it.
That was hard for me because, of course, the Chiefs are my second team, but the Cardinals is like my second A team, like second plus. So I think I picked
I picked KC.
I picked Arizona. Kyler Murray. I picked Arizona.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
And then the last one is Denver and Seattle. And I'm only putting that in there because Russell Wilson playing his former team. I picked the Broncos. So
I did too.
Dang, I can't believe I picked Carolina.
Okay. I can't believe it's football already. I'm so excited.
Me too. Finally. And that, which means it's going to get cold up here soon. Today it was very chilly. It was like a chilly 60 degrees. And I'm like, I'm not ready for the winter. But I am ready to start wearing my pullovers. I got like 7 pullovers in my closet. It's great. I love them to just wear around the apartment. Anyway, let's talk about the highlight of the week. And the highlight of the week is Sue Bird. She officially retired at 41 years old. She's a WNBA player. She's a 4-time WNBA champion, a 13-time All-Star, a 5-time Olympic gold medalist, 2 times NCAA champion, and 5-time EuroLeague champion. So kudos to Sue Bird. She had an amazing career. And yeah, kudos to her. And hold on. Wow,
What happened? That's really good.
What? That is good. She got a gold medal, championships, everything. So yes, I want to give a few shout outs to some of the podcasts that I listen to weekly. You know, I have my weekly lineup. So shout outs to the Rosie Perspective with Rosie. I love her show. So y'all should listen to her. Shout out to You Heard Me the First Time with the girls from Miami. I just listened to their latest episode today. It was very funny and entertaining. So shout out to them. And shout out to the 8 More Than 92 podcast. I listen to James every week. He is actually 2 hosts, but his other host is gone. Deploy, is that what it's called? He went for deployment there in the Navy, Najee. So James hosts it by himself, and he has guests coming on every week. So shout out to them. But also, because James is very entertaining, I wanted to ask you if we should invite him on our show, because he said he was looking to be on more people podcasts. So you want him on our show? He's really entertaining and funny.
Yeah. And plus he by himself, right?
Yeah.
Like his boy is gone.
Even if Najee was there, both of them are cool. But yeah,
wasn't we on one? Now. Yeah, we were on their podcast before. Yeah. They the one who interviewed Sammy before, right?
Yes. You always remember that in their introduction.
Because I couldn't believe it. Because I was like, they just threw that in there like that wasn't nothing.
Like that wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't a big deal to them, but because they're like more I think he's from Tennessee or Virginia, but it's a big deal to us because we from down south. We from Florida. Sammy from Florida, so it's a big deal to us.
But I wanted to shout out because I'm still listening to this because it was 3 hours and 24 minutes. The Drink Champs, their podcast. They have a podcast as well.
Everybody Drink Champs.
But yeah, no, I still got a little bit over an hour left on this B2K episode.
I finished it. And
you did?
Yeah.
Did you sit and watch it or did you listen to it?
I watched it. I like to watch. If they have visuals, I like to watch. Yeah.
That's what I was telling Joe. He told me I could have finished it when we was at the gym. And I'm like, no, I like to see facial expressions, hand movements. I need to get the whole feel of an answer.
Yes, I definitely if your podcast is on YouTube, I watch on YouTube.
I'm gonna say what I was mad at because we know J Bud was our favorite when they was out, right?
Correct.
So I was mad that when they played that game, at first he said Mario, and then later on he went back and said
Omarion.
So because we got to build back relationships, so I'm gonna switch it back to Omarion.
I didn't like that. And I'm like, y'all was just, they weren't talking back. In Fiz's story, because I've heard Fizz say that story multiple times and it has never changed. So that's why I believe him about why him and Omarion situation, like when he was on April couch and he tried, did they get to that part yet? Okay. And he tried to talk to Omarion. Omar just walked away. I believe all that. Did he discuss the post to be sorry and how that came about?
No.
Oh, okay. And Love, he didn't talk about Love and Hip Hop yet?
He did. He discussed it. And basically, but he had been said before, I don't know if it was on one of the reunions, but he had been said before that Omarion basically used him to get on the show
hip-hop,
because they had to have some kind of connection to somebody else. Mm-hmm. And then when and Fizz told him to get Chris Brown on,
not to get Chris Brown. He just told him to do more of a hip-hop R&B song, not like a ballad. He was like bump 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 was hip-hop R&B. He was like, do stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. And then once it came out and it blew up, he
didn't
ain't
hear
talk
from
to
him again.
Fizz no more. Like, what? You did that to him twice?
And
then
then
you wanted to be unbothered when he was fucking your BM?
and then if he gonna say something about the unbothered title too. But also the reason it seemed like what Fizz was saying, the reason him and April got as close is because both of them were venting to each other about Omarion. So if Omarion would have just talked to Fizz, maybe that wouldn't have happened. But yeah, y'all go watch Drink Champs and 8 More Than 92 and the Rosie Perspective. And you heard me the first time. And until next time, this is all for our episode. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at the Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.